Alright, so it's no secret that World War II Zombies is really boring to play right now, and the replayability level is pretty much non-existent. With that being said though, I do think that World War II Zombies can make a complete U-turn and be one of the best zombies games that we've had in a while. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be better than BO3, and I'm not saying it's going to be as great as the IW Zombies DLC 4 Mephistopheles boss fight, but I am saying that it could definitely be up to par. It can be on par with BO3, possibly, and maybe even IW. Now, the Final Reich and the Darkest Shore, Lost Cause. Alright, those happen. They're okay maps, the Final Reich being the better of both of them. But with DLC 2, I think they honestly have a lot of potential, because the things that they have done so far inside of World War II, they've done really nicely, they've done correctly, and they just work. But the things that they haven't done are the things that's really killing the game. And with that being said, we need some additions, we need some changes inside of World War II DLCs in the future to go ahead and make the game funner, add some replayability, and just make us want to jump into the game without having to force ourselves to just play to rank up for supply drops. So we're going to jump into the list of things, or my DLC 2 Zombies wish list for World War II Zombies. This could be different for you, it probably will be a little bit different, but I believe most of the things on this list we can all agree on need to be added to the game in order to make it funner, to make it different, and to just make it better overall. And I'm not saying all these things are confirmed to be added, because none of the things besides for one of them are indeed confirmed to be added in, but I honestly do think that most of the things on this list are actually realistic and have a chance to be added into the game. So let me just shut up, let me get into the list, let's go. First thing up here, orders. Obviously, orders inside of World War II multiplayer is huge. People love orders. People go to the headquarters every single day. They complete their orders and they get rewarded for it, and it's freaking awesome. Now, imagine we had that in World War II Zombies right now. We aren't really having that much fun with DLC with DLC 1, and not really that much fun with the Final Reich anymore. But if we had orders, maybe there's a challenge. Challenges probably aren't going to be like this, but let's just use it as an example. Maybe there's a challenge: craft the Blood Raven Wonder Weapon in under 15 minutes, and that will reward you with a supply drop, or a rare zombie supply drop, or a Raven research token. You know what I'm saying? Doing specific tasks inside the game, or doing something differently, or forcing you to play a different way, will give you a reward that you actually want. And obviously, like I just said, it's really working very nicely in multiplayer, and it's keeping some people playing the game even though they aren't enjoying it as much. They still are getting rewarded for changing up their game style a little bit, and it would definitely help World War II Zombies significantly if they did that. And even if the DLC 2 Zombies map sucked, I think orders would definitely help, and especially for the two other maps that we have right now, orders would be a huge addition. But even what's it called, like I said, if DLC 2 sucks, orders would be nice. If it's great, it would be even better, because it would be like the Rising Drag. For example, imagine having orders inside of BO3. Now, we do have something similar, but imagine having like daily orders inside of BO3. Maybe craft the Stormbow and get to round 30 without downing. You know what I'm saying? Something like that, and you get 30 liquid divinium for it, which would never happen, but I'm just using it as an example. You know, if they add something like that into World War II, which they are already adding orders in, then I think we definitely will have a nice time, especially if the map's good. But even if it's not that good, just want to express that point. But that's the first thing. Second thing up here is I want them to add in Jug. Well, I don't want them to. If they really think they can make it work, then do it. If not, the armor system is okay, because it is a really good idea and a really good concept. It just doesn't work out too well inside the game. Now, they have changed it up slightly over time. Last few weeks and last month and a half, they've changed up armor actually quite significantly. They've increased the time it takes, or they decreased the time for you it takes to actually recover your health, and they fixed red screen issues, and they definitely helped out armor's case a lot. But I would prefer Jug over armor, just to be honest with you. That's a personal opinion. I know some people do like armor better than Jug just because it's a better idea and it's more innovative, and I respect the innovation. But I think at the end of the day, if I had to choose, would you rather have armor or would you rather have Jug? I would say I'd want Jug. Since this is a wish list, I'm throwing it on here. And out of all the things on this list, I think that this is the only thing that's unrealistic, since armor is the Jug replacement in this game. I doubt they just scrap it completely or put it as like a kind of shield system and then just add Jug in. You know, I just don't think it would work like that. So for the most part, Jug probably not happening in World War II, but it still will remain on this wish list for the hell of it. If not, they really definitely do have to improve the armor system just a little bit more. They've done a good job at it so far, but just a little bit more, and I think we should be okay with having it the way it is. But so far we talked about orders, Jug. Next thing up is more consumables and more mods. And actually, no, before we get to that, we're going to talk about perks, because this is going to be really quick. Perks inside of World War II Zombies, there's only 6 perks, and every single game, there's only 4 perks that you use. Whether you're going for a high round, playing casually, or doing an Easter egg, there's only 4 perks you get, and it's Quick Revive, Double Tap, Speed Call, and Stamina Up. Every single game you get the same 4 perks. Don't deny it, because you know it's true. Unless you're really whacked out, you only get those 4 perks, because those are the only 4 perks that will actually help you in doing the Easter egg. Also keeping in mind that Electric Cherry in this game is completely broken and does nothing. There's only 4 perks out of 5 that actually work that you want to get. So hopefully in the future we get some brand new perks inside of World War II Zombies DLCs. Hopefully in DLC 2 we see the introduction of some brand new ones / returning ones, and in future DLCs as well we start to see the introduction of more and more as we go on. Because just think of BO3 as an example. There were 10 perks in each of the DLC maps, and it was awesome, because maybe you don't have a perkaholic and you were playing Draz and Drac. Maybe you said one game, I'm going to camp with a Stormbow. Instead of getting Jug, I'll be okay protecting myself. Let me get Widow's Wine. Or let me get, I don't know, let me get Stamina Up opposed to Speed Cola. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you changed up a little bit every single game based off of what you're doing. Maybe in high round, Easter egg, casually playing. There were just so many different possibilities, so many different combinations of perks, which also led to Rainbow Perk Challenges, Reverse Rainbow Perk Challenges. You know what I'm saying? There's so many different things based off of just the perks alone. So if they add in more perks / just add in returning perks to World War II Zombies, I think it would definitely benefit the game significantly. But so far we talked about more perks, Jug, orders, and now, like I said before, consumables and mods. Now with DLC 1 they already did a good job. They added in more mods for every single category, and even universal mods they added more of as well, which was awesome. But the problem with World War II Zombies is the consumables, or with DLC 1, is that they didn't add any more consumables as well. Like I said, mods they did good with, and I believe with DLC 2 they add more mods as well. But with DLC 2 opposed to DLC 1, like they didn't do, they need to add in more consumables, because think to BO3 and IW. The mods inside of World War II are just as equivalent to the mods or to the Gobblegums in BO3 and the Fate and Fortune cards inside of IW. So if you just think about that alone, you're realizing that they're really missing out on a great opportunity with World War II, because Gobblegums and Fate and Fortune cards are pretty much the basis of BO3 and IW, and having consumables in World War II and not being able to take advantage of possibly their full ability is really annoying to think about. Because if they added in some really cool consumables, not mods, if they added in some really new or really interesting or really fun consumables, it would be awesome to use them inside the game. I think I said mods are the same thing as Gobblegums. I meant consumables are the same thing as Gobblegums inside of World War II. They also are trying to keep the aspect of kind of realistic stuff. But honestly, if I have to sacrifice some realistic things for a video game, I'll friggin' do it, man. I'd rather have a really fun video game opposed to something that's more realistic. Just to be honest with you, I don't know if you're the same. I'm guessing most of you probably think the same way. But just let me know if you disagree with me in the comments, because I'm honestly very interested to see if you rather have a funner game or a game that's more realistic. I mean, I'd understand why you say more realistic, but I'd just rather have a funner game that's more innovative with really cool consumables opposed to a really realistic one. But so far we got orders, consumables, mods, Jug, perks, and along the lines of mods. I know we talked about mods before, but mods, there was one mod in the game before World War II released, and obviously we didn't know about it, like it was never in the game, but it was in the game files, and we got to know a little bit about it. And basically what it did was nothing. Didn't do anything. It was a mod that let you play zombies vanilla, meaning that it didn't have any abilities, so you couldn't activate the mod, you couldn't do anything. You just played zombies as usual, and you didn't fill up a specialist meter whatsoever. You just played zombies as usual. You had fun playing the base game of zombies, which I think would be friggin' awesome. Now, I personally wouldn't even use it to be honest with you, but just for those people who really like a plain vanilla zombies experience, I think it would be really, really cool. And it doesn't take any work to add in. Why not just add in a mod or an ability or a specialist ability that gives you no ability whatsoever? I think that would be pretty cool. Now, it's not that big of a deal that it's not in the game. You could literally just not use your mod, but just having it on you would probably make you want to use it. So for those for that small group of casual players, why not just add in a vanilla mod to make it good for them? But like I said, not important whatsoever. So far we got Jug, consumables, mods, vanilla mod, orders, and next, and more perks. And next we have more camos. Now with World War II Zombies DLC 1, they did not add in any more camos, but with the brand new event that they just added into World War II Zombies, the Irish event, or I forgot what the name of the event is, but they added in brand new Easter eggs into World War II Zombies, in which allowed players to do Easter eggs inside each Zombies map. That's right, they added Easter eggs to the Zombies map, in which you had to just place down points on 3 or 4 clovers around the map, and that would in turn reward you with a camo once you did it to all 3 or 4 clovers in the map, and it would spawn in a mini leprechaun boss, which is freaking awesome. Now I know this was a seasonal Easter egg, but if they can get something like this in every single Zombies map to give us some brand new camos, or just not even a seasonal thing, not as part of an event, just as part of the regular game, as part of an order, maybe as part of a separate challenge, as part of a weapon challenge, do something to get us more camos, more challenge camos inside of World War II Zombies, because what they did with the Irish event or the St. Paddy's Day event was freaking awesome, and they definitely need to continue to do that in the future with camos, and maybe even other stuff as well, maybe some cosmetic gun attachments as well, like not gun attachments, but you know, the things that you put on the side of your gun. Those things would be really cool to earn as well from doing secret things inside the map. Now we're going to talk about the character quotes inside of World War II Zombies. Now listen, I care about zombie storyline a lot, but if the actual gameplay is lacking, I could care less about the storyline. Like I said this a bunch of times on my streams, I really love the story. For example, Black Ops 3, I was all for the story. I think it definitely did drive the game, but the main thing about Black Ops 3 that kept me coming back wasn't really the story. Now it was with each DLC, I wanted to see what would happen, you know, what was going on. Even though we can kind of predict, I wanted to see what would definitely happen next. But the main thing that kept me coming back to Black Ops 3 was the gameplay. That's literally it. At the base, it was the gameplay. If the gameplay was shit, I was not playing the game. And that's the problem with World War II Zombies. I'm just not having fun playing the base game, so why would I possibly care about the story? I really don't know too much about what's going on in the World War II Zombie story. Although it's pretty simple, I believe, I don't know too much about what's going on, and I really hope in the future that the gameplay would be better, which in turn would lead more people to be interested in the story, which in turn would lead more people to want to keep playing World War II Zombies in the future. It's just a chain. It's a chain. Once one thing's good, people will focus on another thing, which would keep them coming back over and over and over again, which all comes back to the replayability level inside of World War II Zombies as a whole. But yeah, that goes along with these. Oh, and in terms of story, the actual thing I had on the list here, of course we want a really good gameplay and really good story, but we need character quotes, like unique character quotes that are actually fun. Now I know this is kind of this is me just bitching, but in Black Ops 3 Zombies, what's one quote that you can definitely remember from Revelations, for example? I am that duck. You know, say hello to vodka from friggin' Garad Crovey. You know, everyone has a few quotes that they remember from Black Ops 3, and every time they play the map and every time they hear that quote play, they sing along or they talk along with the quote because it's just awesome and it's nostalgic and it's just so cool. So hopefully in World War II Zombies DLC 2, we can get something similar to that and have people submerged into the game and kind of want to, you know, just be one with the characters. I think that would be pretty cool, and once again, that's just another, even though it's a small thing, I think that's definitely something that would help to increase replayability and help people to, you know, just enjoy the game a little bit more. Now the next thing I have up here is more than one wonder weapon in the game. Now it doesn't have to be a craftable wonder weapon, but if it's in the box, it's fine, but it just has to be fun. You know what I'm saying? Like in Garad Crovey, the wonder weapon was in the box. It wasn't craftable. The Rigger Mark III, right in the box. But we got it. It was a really cool wonder weapon. It was a really different concept. Only one person can have it. That was the bad thing. Only one person can have it, but it was really cool. It was really fun to use, and it was different. That's what I want with World War II Zombies DLC 2 wonder weapons. I don't, like I said, don't care if it's in the box. Don't care if it's craftable. I do want more than one, or at least let more than one person have the wonder weapon at the same time. And it needs to be different. It needs to be unique. Screw the Tesla gun. Screw the Ripsaw. They've been done. Now, they did do a good job making the Ripsaw kind of unique-ish, but I just want something completely different, or something that's bad currently in Black Ops 3 Zombies or IW Zombies and make it good again. You know, change the base of it and make it really cool and make it something that I really want to use and have fun with in every single game. And even if it's upgradable, make the upgrade quest fun and not difficult and not tedious like they were in the Final Reich. You got the base Tesla gun, and then the upgrade quests were pretty tedious and pretty annoying, and you didn't want to make every single wonder weapon every game. Opposed to if you go into Dreisendrach, for example, you would probably always want to make all the builds. If you know how to make all the builds, you're a pretty good zombies player. You're playing casually. Maybe you're playing with a friend. He makes his build, and you go ahead and you make all other 3 builds. You know why? Because it's just fun to do, and you enjoy doing it. And that's what I really want to see in World War II Zombies DLC 2 and future DLCs in general. Fun things to do, fun quests, fun upgrades, fun craftables. That would be awesome. And the final 3 things that I have on this list are 1, a fresh setting, 2, double pack-a-punch, and 3 more side Easter eggs. Now let me just get into the fresh setting very quickly. I want something that once again has never been done before. Like, we've done island maps before. We had Zetsubo. We did I mean, the Final Reich was pretty unique, to be honest with you. I mean, we've had facilities before. I don't know how unique you could possibly get, because we have so many different zombies map, and I'm sure they can get something like freaking Egypt, man. We haven't had an Egypt zombies map. There's definitely something out there that we haven't done yet that Sledgehammer can definitely pull off. Now, obviously, the setting's already set, so that's not going to change for every single DLC for the rest of the season, but it would be really awesome if they changed it up and added in a brand new, different setting, or if they were to do a setting that's already been done, make it awesome, make it different, unlike the same kind of concept in the same place. Like, for example, Zetsubo, it was supposed to be dark and gloomy. The Darkest Shore, it pretty much had the same concept. It was dark and gloomy. It did it better than Zetsubo. It was a little more creepy, but I want them to change the concept. Like, if they're going to be in the same kind of area, change the concept of it. You know what I'm saying? That would be cool. And the final 2 things are double pack-a-punch and side Easter eggs, which go hand in hand. Of course, we want more side Easter eggs inside of World War II Zombies. That's one thing that can instantly increase replayability, because if you think about it, if you go into World War II Zombies, what do? You either do the main Easter eggs, or you go for high rounds very painfully, and you just want to kind of slice your wrists because they're so boring. So, having side Easter eggs, like for example in Grad Crovy, you have the Monkey Bomb upgrades. They can easily add a Jack-in-the-Box upgrade, but in Grad Crovy you have the Monkey Bomb upgrades. In Revelations, you have the Lil Arnie upgrades. Maybe, I don't know, there's a lot of side Easter eggs that they can possibly do. The shield upgrade in Grad Crovy, you know what I'm saying? There's so many different things that they can possibly work with as side Easter eggs. Double Pack-a-Punch, once again, would be an awesome side Easter egg, and if they did it, it would definitely change up the game. That's when World War II Zombies can possibly make a U-turn. But if they stick to the same formula that they have, a kind of cool map, but with no side Easter eggs and only a main Easter egg, it's gonna fail. So definitely, hopefully, World War II Zombies has some of the things, if not all of the things on this list. It's not gonna have all the things, but hopefully a vast majority of the things on this list, and of course future DLCs for World War II down the line. And that would be freaking awesome. If you agree with me or disagree with me, let me know in the comment section down below. If you enjoy the video, because my voice is gone right now, my throat hurts, drop it a thumbs up, make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you guys later.